Welcome to Zoolander's channel for people who can't dashcam good. Today I'll be installing a circular polarizer filter on my G1W-H dashcam. This is a popular and very easy modification to improve image quality by removing reflections from your car's windshield. Some of the original DIY modifications involve stripping 3D glasses for their polarized lenses. For this particular modification, the lens barrel on this dashcam is approximately 34mm in diameter. To fit the closest polarizer size, a step-up ring is used. It was purchased off eBay and cost less than $2. The step-up ring is fitted to the dashcam lens barrel with a simple friction fit. It pushes directly onto the plastic and is relatively secure. It's been a while since I've done any arts and crafts, so I wouldn't trust myself to make anything nice looking with scissors and duct tape. I purchased this Tina filter off eBay for approximately $4. It's nothing fancy, but it should do the job just fine. Take the ring and the filter and screw them together. This is probably the most difficult part because when you try to screw the ring on, the filter thread tends to rotate with it. As I bring up the filter to the camera, you can see that the reflections off the dashcam on the table have disappeared. At the same time, the optical quality has not really degraded. Not bad for a $4 filter. With the CPL on the adapter, simply press the unit onto the lens barrel. Use a bit of force so that it'll stay on, even with a good amount of shaking. Now that the camera's fully assembled, let's take it out for a real-world test. In this clip, the CPL is installed, however it's not in the optimized angle. You can see here in this freeze frame that there's a lot of reflection off the dash on the windshield. The simplest way to optimize your CPL angle is to park facing sunlight. Look through the live view of the LCD on your dashcam and rotate the CPL filter until you see no reflection. It will help if you put something highly reflective on your dashboard. On the lower left, I have my Blackvue mounted side by side with my G1W-H. It does not have a filter and you can see the reflection of my U2 Joshua tree quite clearly. My G1W-H in comparison has virtually no reflection. While I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on light physics, the way I understand how these filters work is similar to, for example, a coin slot. It will allow a coin to pass through when oriented in the right direction. Try to put it in sideways and it'll be blocked. When unpolarized light moving in both horizontal and vertical planes, shines from the sun and bounces off my horizontal dashboard, the light is polarized horizontally. These horizontal reflections are then filtered out by the CPL, allowing light in the vertical polarization to pass through. Because the dashboard is not perfectly horizontal, that's why you'll still see some residual reflections in the windshield. Anyway, I hope I didn't bore you to death with my explanation. Let's take a look at some real-world footage with a CPL in action. I'm not expecting everyone to go out and buy one, but hopefully this will help you make an informed decision as to whether or not you'll actually see a benefit by installing a CPL. Now if you're putting any filter in front of the lens which sole purpose is to block out light, there will always be a hit on quality in low light scenarios. I left the camera on default settings with no exposure compensation. I sped up the video so you can see the transition from bright streetlights to a dimly lit road to a relatively well lit plaza. You can see that the blacks are kind of grainy, and how the headlights reflecting off the road look less bright compared to my unfiltered black view in the corner. Subjectively comparing to footage I have prior to installing the CPL filter, it's actually quite difficult to spot the difference beyond the reflections off the road. In nighttime everything looks quite a bit darker, but there's still sufficient detail to make out that the big blobs are in fact vehicles and human beings. I hope you learned something today and enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.